What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Lunar Classic video. Today we have some updates. Look at the market. It is red. We got red across the board, and of course this is because starting today, ending tomorrow, we have some very important meetings happening by the Fed where we find out whether or not we got a huge rate interest hike, or we got a low one, or we got just an average one, right? So we're going to discuss that, and we're going to go through all of the news that you need to know to be fully up to date. With that said, nothing in this video is financial advice. And if we just take a look at the crypto bubbles right now, we can see across the board, we are about 8 to 12% down on most of the major coins. Matic, which had a massive run last week, down 10% today. Phantom, 12%. CRV, 12%. AVAX, 10%. And as you know, just most of the coins down. We can't actually see Lunar Classic. Oh, here we go, 9% on Lunar Classic. The overall markets, though, we are up just 0.13%, which is okay to see. Bitcoin, as we speak, taking a little dump right now. Still not quite breaking that low here. 19,200 would be the mark that we're looking for to invalidate this little run up we're having. I would love to see this bounce from where we are right now. I think personally we're going to get another bounce here because I think the market sentiment is pretty good. Right now sitting at a 26, which is fearful, but nothing like where we were last month. So interesting stuff there. If we do head over to the coin market cap, we can see we have lost that $1 trillion mark, down 6% today. Although I do think that this is the market pricing in bad news coming today and tomorrow with the US Fed meeting, right? People are expecting basically the market to sell off again. That's essentially what's happening now. They're expecting a 75 to 100 point rate hike, which of course, if it's 100, bad for the market. I think if it's 75, it's going to be neutral for the market because people are basically expecting this. They're pricing it in. If it's less than that, absolutely brilliant, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think we are going to see a very volatile market. One thing that I did notice this morning that isn't looking too bad is the DXY here. I've explained this a number of times why I'm looking at this. Just watch yesterday's video if you want an update. But look at this. We were bouncing a little bit, but it does look like it's going to continue to go lower here. Of course, we got nothing to prove that yet, but we do have another red candle on this week continuing. So we're hoping that it continues to go down. And of course, as we know from the history, when it goes down, that indicates a bull market for crypto. But of course, history doesn't always repeat itself, it just rhymes. But this is another indicator that we can look at to feel a little bit more bullish. Now, of course, we also have July 28th. So this week is absolutely huge for the markets, right? We got today, tomorrow, interest rates. 28th, we find out officially if we're in a recession. But talking directly about Terra Classic today, down 7%. Now, this is what I've been speaking about on the channel. Of course, you got the lunar moon boys, right? Let's just call them that think we're going to go up, 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 up. When the market's up, people are dumping their money into the market, into Terra Classic. That means the price continues to pump. Eventually, people who basically have been around for long enough know this is happening and they start to sell. Then, because they're selling, the price comes down. Then new investors start to panic. They don't realize that the price can go down. And then in turn, they start to sell. And that's what creates this sort of chart. You see here, we have this massive drop, people panic selling, and also people taking profit. So that's something to always expect to happen. We are in a bear market. So when we have rallies, that's a great time to be taking profits, not a great time to be investing, to be dumping your money in. You want times of fear to be putting your money in. I do think we're going to have some more good price action, but that doesn't mean that we can't come down significantly from where we are right now. What is that chart? I don't know why it's showing me it like that. As you know, we were down here just on the 26th of last month. We were way down here. Now we are significantly higher than we were even there. So there is a lot of room to still come down from here. I don't know why it's showing me a chart like that. But with that said, if you do want to buy Lunar Classic, you can do it over on Binance. There's a link down there in my description. And of course, they're one of the biggest exchanges out there. That's where I keep still a lot of my money because I find it personally safe on there. But of course, there's still risk. There's still risk involved. And if you want to come and chat to me directly, come over and join the Patreon. There's a link down there in my description for that. And we can talk directly about Lunar Classic, where we think it's going to go, and the overall cryptocurrency market. We do have some nice news today from EK826. And he has recently had an insightful, helpful conversation with William Chen from Stable Chen. He shared his perspective on the situation and we discussed different paths forward. One main takeaway is that if we revive this chain, we need to be ready to take responsibility for the maintenance and the welfare moving forward. The way he sees it, either it will die a slow death if everything stays status quo, or someone revives it and nurtures it. He is willing to advise us, but we need to be committed. This is to have a future. So that's super important here. Of course, the community needs to stay strong. The people behind it need to stay strong. The people who want to build on it need to stay strong. They need to have a long-term outlook. If people are only paying attention to the short-term price action, that's not going to be good for the longevity of this coin. But with that said, I do hope I provided you with some value. You get a little bit of a brief outlook on what's happening this week and today in the markets, and I'll see you guys in the next one.